This is the biggest. They did something illegal in a movie theater that you guys need to know about. Okay, watch this episode. Jesus Laughs Media reviews of movies every single week. It's a good way to start it off. So, welcome to Jesus Laughed Reviews, where we go over the new videos that we think you should or should not see. Yes. The one today is Spiderman, The Amazing Spider-Man 2. So we all saw that. Came out Thursday, right?
Yes, it did.
And first things first, is just a basic overview of the movie. Steven saw it. He has all the notes, so I'm going to give that over to him.
The movie stars Andrew Garfield, of course, in the title role. Reprising his role in the sequel is Spider-Man, Peter Parker, with Emma Stone coming along as his girlfriend, Gwen Stacy. The movie itself is based on the Amazing Spider-Man comic book number 121 to 122, which in comic book vernacular is known as, what should I say it now? Because this is sort of a spoiler. Obviously, that's what this movie's based on.
Yeah, we'll have to cut that out in post, but if there's a big gap between what we just did, then it was a spoiler. We're trying to save you, the American public, from knowing what happens.
Well, anyway, and it has Jamie Foxx taking over the role of Electro, which is the first comic book reincarnation of Electro in film. Then you have Dane DeHaan taking over as Harry Osborn / the Green Goblin, and Paul Giamatti stars in this movie.
That's also a spoiler, so we'll cut that out too.
All right. The movie starts out, picking up. Peter Parker is becoming, Spider-Man is becoming a, hot topic around New York City. Is he or is he not a vigilante? Do people like him? Peter Parker, he's struggling with Gwen. Obviously, at the end of the first movie, you remember Captain Stacy, as he died, said, "Stay away from my daughter."
Okay, basically the overview of the movie is Spider-Man is struggling with being a vigilante that some people in New York don't want. And
it's almost Spider-Man 2.
His personal relationship with Gwen and how he's going to deal with that old, Gwen's dad saying, don't ever go to my daughter, you're going to kill her, That's basically what the overview of the movie. Now, I think we should go on to what we all both think. I mean, we want you to know if this is good enough to go to, if you should spend your money to go to this place. So, out of 10, I hate going decimal places, but I don't know. I thought it was pretty good. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 52 from critics.
It was better than that.
It was better than that. I was actually pleasantly surprised. I would say on the Joel, what do we call it? Joel scale?
Joel-erator.
The Joel-erator, yes.
This
is the first time I've heard that. That is my rating. I'm Joel, by the way. And it is my rating, so it's the Joel-erator. The Joel-erator is thinking about a 7.9. I actually thought this was really good. So that's my rating. Johnny, what's your rating?
I'm going to go with an 8.0 on this one. Oh. I do like it a lot. It was much better, in my opinion, than the first one. Definitely a big improvement there. I think there's still room that they could have done better. I feel like it dragged a little bit. And at different points, they used too much time to build the character, where I think they could have been doing something else in the meantime. So I'm going to give it an 8.
Okay, that's good. Steven?
I'm looking at around a 6.7 to a 6.9. I really like the fact Andrew Garfield really grew up in this movie. When you watched him play Spider-Man the first time, he looked a little lost. He was trying to take this role over from Tobey Maguire. I love the special effects of Electro. I did not know how they were going to pull off his transformation type thing, because me as I'm a comic book nerd, and it's important to me how movies, how close they stay to the comics. I thought they did pretty well. I did not like the look of Electro. I thought it was a tad creepy-ish. There were some bad points to the movies, which I didn't really like.
There were some what?
Bad points to the movies that really... First, Gwen Stacy's hair. That blonde wig really creeps me out. I'm just saying.
Mine's with Steven. There's a good discussion. Obviously, it should be for after people if they want to see it or not. Basically, average about 7.2 in terms of a rating. So if you think it has to be above a 70 in order to watch and pay, I don't know, how much you got to pay to get into the theater, then do it. I think it was worth it. Johnny thinks it was worth it. What do you think about it? You paid $5. How do you think it was worth it, Steve?
And I
to
saw
go
it
to
in
the
3D. So
3D
the
and $5. That's pretty
3D
good.
was excellent. 3D was amazing.
Okay. So was it worth the $5 that you paid for it though?
Yeah.
That's what the viewers really want to know.
That's
All right,
what
that's
You're definitely, when you watch this movie, you're not gonna feel bored. You're not gonna feel bored.
I was
I
gonna
agree.
say,
I
I
agree.
think the beginning would have been awesome in 3D. I didn't see it in 3D, but I think the
The
beginning was
first,
like gonna be
if
completely
you go
awesome.
the first 5 minutes alone, with the parents, it's an amazing scene. Something in film that should just be watched. The fight scene was realistic. Everything in the first 5 minutes should just be seen in film. It's that worth it, and the rest of the movie is definitely worth it.
All right, guys, you heard it from here first. Well, maybe not first, but you should definitely see the movie. That's a consensus here. Now we're going to go into more of a discussion of what we were sort of doing before, into all the spoilers, the things that happened that actually made the video worth watching even more. So if you haven't seen the video, just turn it off, go somewhere else, actually see the movie, and maybe you can watch it, the rest of the movie here.
Here's the spoiler alert.
Here we go. Yeah. Spoiler alert. Don't watch it. Anyway,
Don't watch it, you're not-
I got to admit, I don't really read the comics. I'm not a comic fanboy like
That's
Steven
why
is.
I'm here.
That's why it is.
So I try to just what I've seen of Spider-Man and sort of compare it to the older Tobey Maguire ones. I really liked that they killed off Gwen. That they would actually stick to the comics and quality. You got to admit, in a big production like this, that doesn't happen too often, and I really admire when movies do that and stick to the actual source material so well that they will actually kill off a main character. I really like that. I mean, obviously, it opens up the door to go into Mary Jane and this whole dynamic of a different person.
Well, and there was Mary Jane was originally supposed to be in this movie, played by Shane Woodley, I believe, the girl from Secret Life of American Teenager, the leading girl from that.
Oh.
They filmed some scenes and they had to cut it to stay on the relationship between Gwen and Peter because. They wanted to keep screen time on that.
Yeah.
There are rumors that she'll come back to play it in the third. That's unconfirmed right now.
Okay.
But,
I was thinking it's a good thing that they did that because they did try to cram too much into this movie, I feel. Especially towards the end. They could have made it a lot more entertaining if they would have overlaid some of that into the next movie.
To me, I thought it would have been more entertaining. In the fight scenes at the end, they should have put Electro and Green Goblin at the same time. I think that would have been more efficient.
And I think they should have
more
ended
entertaining.
with Green Goblin because you really don't know what happens to him after. I think it should have ended with just the whole climax of Green Goblin still there and Peter dealing with her loss. I didn't like how they transitioned so quickly to Rhino. I really didn't like that.
And there's this whole mystery, how did he end up in jail?
Yeah, it was.
Well, I mean,
obviously that's the cliffhanger. That's what they're trying to leave you. I think they should have left him not as himself, the actor. I really don't know his name, but actually as Green Goblin. I like when he was that.
Well, as he said, he's transforming in and out of it,
And
which also is there are.
I like that. I like that a
elements
lot.
of that,
In the Tobey Maguire series, I don't know if we're going to call it the Tobey
Kinda
Maguire
like
series,
that.
but that's the only thing I really. The Tobey Maguire series where they have the big suit, it just looked like Mr. Green Power Rangers out
again,
there.
what you have to
with
look
a really
what you-
weird
what you-
mask.
No, I thought because
I
that's
really didn't like that.
Willem Dafoe. He did a great job as Green
I'm not
Goblin.
saying he didn't do a good job. I didn't like when they had
The
those
costume,
huge masks. That just looked so stupid to me. I like where you actually see his face, his internal transformation to the Green Goblin. I thought was really cool in this video. I thought that was
The physical change.
Yes.
Yeah.
The physical change. I really like that.
And you looked at the movie again. The main villain in the movie is Electro. I don't think there's any debate about that. And Jamie Foxx does one heck of a performance with this.
I like it.
They gave him a good script. They gave him good lines. I do not like.
He did a great job acting his role too.
Yeah.
As far as being the character that he had to be in this movie.
Well, yeah, because he's like the loser of the film. He's the character everyone can relate to. That's sort of the thing you get here.
Just wanted to be seen.
Exactly, and you feel for the guy, and then he becomes the villain and everything, and you can see him driven insane or whatever basic comic book storyline. The good thing I like with this Spider-Man series is they're not taking the old villains. They're not using Doc Ock and Green Goblin over again.
Yes.
They are taking.
But you did see that there's a very very good chance to bring Doc Ock back.
No, there is going
because they are because you saw that you saw the actual octopus,
but
you saw the
octopus's arms, and you saw we'll talk about that later because that's leading into the Sinister Six. I'll discuss that.
Discuss it now. We don't have too much time because we need to. I have no idea what this is. I was
you look at
comic book thing. I have no idea what's going on here.
Spider-Man's greatest nemesises join together to form the Sinister Six. The original Sinister Six, the incarnation, you're looking at the Green Goblin, Doc Ock, Kraven, Electro, the Vulture, and one other guy I can't remember.
Not the Rhino?
Mysterio.
Okay,
Mysterio. Oh, or Rhino. I think they. I forgot what the original incarnation.
To me, Rhino didn't seem like a villain in himself. He's always felt like
this is
the only way he can really be a big enemy, or the only way he can actually do some damage to Spider-Man is if he was with people. It didn't. To me, by himself, he seemed like a really weak.
Well, he's not in the comic books. He's like unstoppable. He's like a Rhino.
And again, but I mean, like at the end.
Like
at the end, I mean, they did show that.
Well, here's the problem. Here's the problem with the film.
They spent
you give
like
a great
5 minutes or less.
So they're setting it up for the Sinister Six, which should be out reportedly 2016 to 2018. The next Spider-Man movie will be out 2016. That's I believe May. And then the next one will be in 2018.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, you mean the Sinister Six or the next
Spider-Man? The next Amazing Spider-Man 3 is 2016. Amazing Spider-Man 4 is 2018. No, it will not. No. The Sinister Six will be its own standalone movie. That's how Marvel or Sony is setting up right now.
No, that's good. That's good. I like them.
And then there will be a Venom spin-off as well. So the question is, how big are you going to make this universe? And
there's so many places that this organization can go in terms of all the villains and Spider-Man.
Except for the fact that they don't have the Avenger type. They can only do stuff with Spider-Man. That's all Sony can do. Which leads me to the question you saw in X-Men.
Right? Are they?
Yes, guys. We need to talk about this. So at the end, sitting there, and it's this military camp, and there's a bunch of weird people, mutants, obviously. Now,
look like ordinary people.
Look like ordinary people. I was like, wow, there's some weird military thing that Spider-Man's going to be getting into. Maybe a clip from. Yeah. No, it's about X-Men, Days of Future Past, a whole different movie, which I have no idea. Steven,
I don't. Because
why does it even relate?
Here's the thing. With that, Marvel sold Sony the rights to Spider-Man back in 2001, I think it was. And then they sold the rights or Fox bought the rights for X-Men. I don't know, because, people ask why Spider-Man, Wolverine are not in the Avengers, because that's how the Avengers is. That's because Marvel does not own the rights to those characters.
Right.
Movie rights. They own the comic book rights, obviously. Okay. But you look at it, I don't know. Again, I should have seen the scene myself. I just had to go to work. But I don't know how you can cross over X-Men into Spider-Man. Because the report is X-Men is going to share the universe with the Fantastic Four. Obviously, Fantastic Four is being rebooted. It should be out next year. Yes, I know way too much about this, Joel.
No, it's good that you know. No, I'm not saying that you don't know about. I'm just saying that I'm a little concerned. I like the whole superhero franchise, but it just gets. Come on,
it's called the Avengers effect. That they changed the Avengers, so now you have to have these shared universes. I don't know how Spider-Man can share a universe with the X-Men. I don't know.
I just don't like that these companies are trying to force remakes of all these old superheroes.
They
were good enough.
Right. No, Fantastic Four was not good enough. It was not as bad as critics panned it. I thought it was a.
Doesn't matter if it's not good enough. It was already done. That's what I'm saying.
But even in the comic books, you look at Spider-Man. It started out as the Amazing Spider-Man, then it spun off into something else.
I mean, you have to think
exactly, and now it's horrible.
Now you
look at technically Peter Parker died and
exactly. That's what I want to see. I want to see Peter Parker die.
No, his soul died.
His soul died.
It's one of those.
Oh, so his body's there?
Yeah. Doc Ock
going like this.
No, Doc Ock possesses his body. And he's driven.
Exactly, Doc. I was going like this. That's Doc Ock, right?
Anyway, but that's what the comics. You look at it though. I do have questions. Is Spider-Man going to share a universe with the X-Men? I don't know.
Is Sony going to buy the rights?
No, Sony's not going to buy the rights because Fox is not going to sell.
How do we know they have How do we know they don't have an agreement? We're in this boardroom right now. They could be in a different boardroom, making a decision to have these two franchises combined. Okay, this is something very big. This is something you can only see in Jesus Laughed Media. Okay, these reviews. We got the knowledge. He's working. He's got knowledge. Come on, that's all you need, guys.
And we're skeptics.
Exactly. We're skeptics. Anyway, thank you very much.
Did my homework.
He has all the notes.
I should try. I should try.
Guys, this was a very good discussion of Spider-Man 2. Definitely go out and see it. Obviously, if you haven't, we've totally spoiled the whole
Support
movie
it.
for you. But
That's what YouTube's for.
that's what we're for. So
Exactly.
please like. If you disagree with any of our viewpoints, it is
Tell us.
you
I
have
love to
legal.
argue.
You're in the U.S. of A. You have free speech. Okay, give us a comment.
Unless-
Yeah, you have free speech. But we can delete your comment. So yeah, leave a comment, like, subscribe. That would be awesome.